because I'm Christian, I mean I got it together. Is that what that means? Is that how you interpret what you've heard and you've seen? Like I don't go through these things like you do? Yeah. Who knew I would if they don't ask though? The only difference is 2 Corinthians 4:17 through 18 tells me that this too shall pass though. That means that the troubles I face, they won't last. Pray for the Christian and think that he holier. Remember that day David told me, bro, we gotta pray that success never go to your head. Everything gotta be led by the Holy Spirit. But the more that you hear it, it becomes easier for you to turn to people pleasing instead. And God never said this life would be simple. Yeah. Said I would go through the things that I've been through. I run to him when I'm running the issues. Take it from me and never dismiss you. I had a pistol up to my brain. Thought of using cocaine. Mary J, no more pain. I couldn't see my way out, couldn't see change. But would you know change? If change is right there in front of you. I remember that night when I was just about to take my life. I confronted you. I had 2 questions: what you want from me, and what do I want from you? And you replied that you a perfect God, and I don't need a perfect you. But if you live for me, then in my name, then you they persecute. When it's your turn and your return, I will not turn from you. When you feel low and cannot go no more, encourage you. You gon' see some that call me God that's gon' discourage you. But don't get weary, know your eyes is teary. I'm right here to nourish you. I'll give you the strength to get past everything that's urging you to go back. You know that I don't want you there. Demons haunt you there. You already gone through there. I brought you out that mouth like you was Jonah, into that sea of forgetfulness when I said it's over. Your head is on my shoulder, I'll comfort you. It ain't nothing you can do too much of to tell you I'm done with you. As long as you with the sun and the sun with you. But even when you not with the sun is still for you. Yeah, in them times that it seems too real for you, it's supposed to feel like that. Over exceeds our understanding.
What is up, everybody? Currently in New Mexico. I originally sort of planned to film more of what we were doing, what was going on, what we were doing in New Mexico. But I ended up not doing it. Well, one, because I wanted to film us. We were originally going to go skiing because we thought there was going to be snow, but there is no snow here. And two, I feel like I just want to kind of keep my personal life not really involved with this. I just want to be able to keep it, like, eventually I think it'd be cool and show you guys stuff more about my personal life, but I really just want to be able to show you guys, like, my Christian life and sharing the gospel with you guys and showing you guys my business life. So that's mainly what this account is for as of now. But so right now I am doing some, like a vision board for 2026. And I originally wanted to do it in a journal, but I don't really have a journal to do it in. I mean, I have a journal, but I just write my church notes down in it. And I don't want to, like, kind of take out of a page and it just randomly is my 2026, like, vision board. So I'm doing that on Google Docs on my computer. I'll put that in the video, I don't know, here, somewhere on it. Y'all will see it somewhere. I'll put it on here. But yeah, the first thing I'm gonna do is get closer to God. I feel like that's kind of obvious, but, like, there's always room for improvement with God. There's always a better relationship I could have with him. So I guess continue to attend church weekly. 2 times a week if possible. That being the 2 different churches I go to, Seacoast and Grace City. Continue leading and attending Bible studies. Finish Bible and start new Bible. I'm currently in Exodus right now, and I'm hoping, my birthday's in March, so I'm hoping that I can, I don't want to rush through it, but I'm hoping I can just take a huge deep dive into the Bible, and I hope I can get it done by my birthday in the end of March, because then I could get a new Bible for my birthday, which would be super sick. And I think I really want to get a journaling Bible where it has the stuff you can write on the side, because here, let me get my Bible. But, like, my Bible right now, like, I'll show you guys, like, this is Matthew, but it's just, like, a bunch of writings and, like, sticky notes on the side, which I like. I think it, oh, you're joking. I think it gives, like, a really cool, like, look to it. But I like the journaling book because I can write more. And yeah, I think a journaling Bible would be really cool. And I could get like, I don't know, they make like custom, like cool journaling Bibles, which I think are really cool. So I want to get one of those, hopefully for my birthday. So hopefully I can finish the Bible by March and then start a new one. Hopefully maybe finish 2 Bibles in 2026. That would be awesome. What else? I'll continue to spread the gospel. Should I say gospel or God's word? I guess it's kind of the same thing. Continue to spread gospel to friends, family, and others. I feel like I really want to touch on that this year. Continuing to spread the gospel to friends, family, others. Like I really want to be, I feel like friends is easy because most of my friends, most of the people I surround myself with are very good Christians. So that's pretty easy. But I feel like family, I feel like it'd be really cool for me to start not pressuring and pushing them on it, but kind of opening more of the idea to them. And others, I feel like it'd be really cool, obviously online. I really want to get and like start doing it outside. Like if I walk by like a homeless person, or just maybe not even a homeless person, but like just a random person I see on the street, I think it would be really cool and really beneficial for me if I could just start spreading it to other people who I don't know, just random people on the streets, whoever. So I really want to get good at that. Second thing is, I'm so bad at spelling. To grow Echelon X. That looks like posting video 2 or 3 videos daily. I feel like I already do that, but I want to get, I guess, posting 2 or 3, but sometimes I'm a little lazy and sometimes I slack and sometimes I see the feedback that I'm getting and I'm like, I'm not getting good enough feedback. I'm just gonna stop posting because it's not gonna work. So I want to try to do that and be more consistent. Be more consistent. Branch out to shorts. Hats I think would really be cool. And other versions of shirts. As of right now, we only sold the just like the regular oversized shirts, but I got this one shirt that I really like, and it's like I love like, okay, I'm not, this is gonna sound gay, but I like the cropped kind of shirt where it like ends, but it's not like cropped, but it's just like stops at your waistband, and like the oversized, like really long in the sleeves, like it comes down to like almost like here. I think those are really cool, so I want to start making those. Because that's how you grow a business. That's what you do. You just create clothes that you like and you love and that you want in your closet. That's something that I really need to step on. Is I feel like when we first created this business, I was really just looking, what would other people wear? And we'd get the shirts and I'd be like, dude, I don't really care about this shirt. Like, I wouldn't even buy this. So I want to start making, okay, I'll put that in. Start making shirts that are my favorite. That might be kind of confusing, but like, you know, when you buy a shirt and you get a shirt and you're like, this is my favorite shirt, I'm gonna continue to wear this. I want every time where I make something to be like, that's my favorite thing. Like each and every single time I create something, I'm like, yep, that's my favorite thing. Whenever I get it, whenever I put it on, I want to be like, yeah, I'm gonna wear this forever. And I also want to add hoodie zip ups. Ooh, and sweatpants. I know some of you guys might know, but I originally bought from my manufacturer a pair of sweatpants, but I didn't like how they came in. I think it was just a problem. Like he makes regular sweatpants, but I asked for custom sweatpants because I didn't want the string because the string was really long. And I think I messed up by telling him that because when I told him that, he just gave me a whole like different kind of sweatpants and it wasn't sweatpants that I really liked. I didn't like how they fit. I didn't like where the logos were, and it just would have been too much of a hassle, too much money to pay to send it back for him to give us more sweatpants and for that to maybe fail again. So yeah, hopefully sweatpants in the future. Okay, sell out of a piece of clothes online. I've never done that. I've sold out of one piece of clothing, but that's because, you know, we've gave them to other businesses. We've handed them out in person. So I think it'd be really cool if I could actually get that first, you know, sell out of clothes online. No, dude, this chair is I'm gonna show y'all what I'm working with right now. This is making my back hurt so bad, but I'm working with this. I'm sitting on this, and it's like the most uncomfortable thing that I've ever sat on. Really focus on what I want to do in life. I feel like I've been really confused lately about what I actually want. Like, this is my passion and this is what I love. And sometimes I feel like I can just get caught up in things and being like, is this really what I want? Like, would I rather be doing something else? So I think really toning in, honing in on like, is where I'm at right now what God really wants me to do? Does God want me to put me in another place? Does God want to put me in another place? Does God want me to do something differently? So I think I'm going to really need to pray about that a lot and focus on that a lot. Really what I want to do in life. I'm only a freshman in college, but I think it's a really good time to start figuring it out. Like, I want to figure out what my future is going to look like in the next couple months. So I think really honing in on really focusing on what I want to do in life would be really beneficial for me. Read more Christianity books other than the Bible. Now, I'm not saying that I don't want to read the Bible, but I feel like right now it's hard because the only time I want to read is when I'm reading the Bible. I don't want to have like 5 other books that I'm reading, but I've been recommended a lot of cool Christianity, like Christian books that I think would be really interesting and really cool to get into. So I think once I finish this Bible, I'm going to hopefully be able to get another Bible, but then also get Christianity books to read, to get other point of views. So yeah, I think that would be super cool. If you guys want, I comment down below for some recommendations, and I'll send you guys some that I've never read, but I've got recommended from other people. Spend more time with family. I feel like I'm getting really good at this. I'm getting a lot better at this, but I feel like it's really hard because whenever I have free time outside of college, I just want to spend time with my friends that I don't see, who don't go to college with me. So I feel like I just want to be able to relax and be like, it's okay. I just want to spend time with my family, which I've been doing good at, but I think it would definitely be beneficial for me to start spending more time with them. Under closer to God, I'm coming back to this, getting closer to God. Continue to grow my heart posture. I feel like my heart has just been, like, I've realized after being a Christian for a while now, probably like a year, 6 months, something like that. I feel like I've realized my heart is just such in a bad space where it shouldn't be. Like, I feel like when I think about kids who don't even have what I have, like don't have a roof over their head, don't have clothes they can put on every day, don't have water, don't have 3 meals they can eat every day. And I'm not grateful enough for what I have. And I'm not grateful enough for the family that I have, for the friends that I have, for the life that I have. And so I think I really needed to grow my heart. Like, when I think about the people who I've met who are the happiest in life, probably have less than I do. And it's just so amazing that their heart can be like that. So I think eventually, I think it would be really cool to take. I've never done it, I really want to do a mission trip, because that is just a huge heart posture change. And that show me into a whole nother world of like, dude, you need to be so much more grateful for what you have. Continue to grow my heart posture and pray for that, because I can't change my heart posture, but God can. The only one who can change my heart is God. And Jesus, because he can change my heart and he can help me be more loving. Be more fruitful. I feel like there's so many times where I caught myself around other people where I'm just like, what am I doing right now? Like, I'm supposed to be a good example. I'm supposed to be like a good Christian. Like, I love Jesus so much. Why can't I be more loving towards other people? Like a coworker, or just any time when somebody says something, when somebody judges someone, when somebody says something bad. I feel like I'm so quick to judge and be like, oh, well, you're doing this. Well, you're doing this. And I need to just be more fruitful and loving to people, and not try to just always have the right answer. Or always be like the super, like, I feel like I catch myself a lot trying to be like a super knowledgeable Christian. Like, like I feel like I can get very upset at other people when they know more than me. And so I think I really need to change that and be more fruitful and just be more loving of just God and Jesus and everyone else and everything else. And I guess that kind of goes into my heart. That kind of goes into my heart posture. Hopefully, I would like to make this my main source of income. You know, I'm really just going out of pocket on this business right now, like with every piece of clothing that I buy, with every ad that I purchase, with anything that I do, it's just all out of my money, all out of pocket. So I think it'd be awesome if I could have the money that I make from here when people buy stuff on here for that maybe me to be able to reuse that. So I'm not just reusing all my pocket money that I work for that. So I can start saving money more, so I can start having more money. So I think that would be huge for me, especially this year. I'm gonna say, love myself more. I feel like I really need to start like loving myself more. You know, if I feel like sometimes I'm getting a lot better at it, but if I'm by myself, like I don't know what to do with myself. I'll just like sit in bed and scroll on my phone on TikTok or Instagram Reels because I'm like, I don't know what to do with myself right now. Like this, I want to be able to be more comfortable with myself and spend more time with myself. And love myself more and being you when you get that feeling when you're gonna hang out with that friend and you're gonna have a really good time because like that you haven't seen that friend in a while, you just love this friend so much, you're just like, dude, this is just gonna be such an awesome time. Like I want that to be how I feel like when I get to spend that time with myself and just be like, I'm so excited to just spend that time with myself because I love myself so much. So yeah, I think that is a huge one for me, is love myself more and stop, just being so hard on myself for everything. I don't know, twin. I don't know what else to put on there, twin. Continue to grow echelon. I want to send out more clothes to to influencers slash famous people. That honestly, I feel like helps out so many brands is when you send more clothes to influencers or famous people. Like if I were able to send one of my clothes to like, I don't know, just like a really big influencer, I think that could help out a lot because I feel like I have gotten so much good feedback. Like, one of my friends, he went out to college and he went out to this like Christian college, and he was wearing my shirt around, and he said he's got like he got so many compliments on the shirt. So I feel like I can really this business is really good, and I feel like the clothes look really cool and people can really enjoy them, but it just hasn't met the right eyes yet. So I think that can definitely help a lot. And yeah, 2026, continue to grow echelon. Get first video over 10K views. Okay, I don't want to sound greedy, but I feel like after posting posting on TikTok or in Instagram Reels for a year, almost consistently every day, I feel like I would be able to get one video over 10K views. I think I've gotten like one or two, but that's because I paid on TikTok for them to boost it, and that was stupid of me. I shouldn't have done that. It cost me like $80 to get me like 20K views. But like, I feel like after posting for a year, I should get at least one video over 10K views. But maybe that's just my fault. I don't know. Guess I gotta start making better. Ooh, I want to put that. Start making better content. Good hooks. Good hooks are huge in the social media industry. Like when you're scrolling and you see a good hook, that's gonna catch your eye and that's gonna get you to stop scrolling. If you don't see a good hook, you're just gonna keep scrolling and be like, this video is gonna be boring. So good hooks are huge in the clothing brand, or not even clothing brand, but just social media industry. So if other you guys own businesses or anything, that is a huge point. I know you might not want to be taking advice from me, but a good hook is huge in social media. So getting a good hook can definitely get you a lot of views, which I feel like I've tried. It hasn't really worked, but we'll get there. So I think that's gonna be it. I think that's gonna be it for now. I will update you guys if I add anything to the vision board, but as of now, that's what it's looking like. That's what it's looking like.
Oh, all right. What is going on, everybody? We got a beautiful view in the background, and it is Christmas today. So happy Christmas. I hope you guys are all having an amazing, blessed day so far. Celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ. And I wanted to touch on that a second before we get into the Bible verse. And I wanted to start off and just say that we don't know for sure. It is not a for sure fact that Jesus was born on December 25th. But I think it's still a blessing and still such an amazing thing to be able to celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ, which is the best thing that's ever happened to this world. And to be able to celebrate that is just such an amazing thing for all of us to be able to experience and to celebrate and enjoy and just have so much fun. Early Christians use that because they believe he was conceived on around March 25th. So they think 9 months later that he was born on December 25th. So that is what they came to the conclusion by. Now, I still think it is an amazing thing to be able to celebrate Jesus. So enough of that. Don't get too legalistic about it. Just celebrate Jesus. Just celebrate Jesus and love him. And don't judge people if they celebrate it, if you don't celebrate it, or if you do celebrate it. Don't judge people who don't celebrate it. It's supposed to be just centered around love. So today, it being Christmas, I want to talk to you guys about Jesus and who he was and why he came down here. So we're going to be in Matthew 27, verses 50 through 51. Okay, and this verse is very important, so I want you guys to pay very close attention. So Matthew 27, verses 50 and 51 says, "And Jesus cried out again with a loud voice and yielded up his spirit. And behold, the curtain of the temple was torn in two from top to bottom, and the earth shook and the rocks were split." So in the Old Testament, before Jesus came, the curtain of the temple, the only person who could go in there was the high priest, and once a year. So the only person who could get actual real connection to God was the high priest, and only once a year. And this is exactly why Jesus came down, to save us, to grant us the ability to talk to him and have an interaction, to have a relationship with God every single day, every single minute, every single second of every single day. That's what Jesus came down here to do for us, to die for our sins and to grant us that wish, to grant us the great ability, the great thing that he gives us to be able to have an experience and have a relationship with God. To be able to experience that and to have a real relationship with him. And the Old Testament, they couldn't get that divine relationship. They had to sacrifice an animal to cover their sins. They had to sacrifice, they had to use blood to cover their sins. And which is why Jesus' blood is the ultimate sacrifice. Which is why Jesus' blood is the last blood that we needed. We don't need to sacrifice anymore. We got Jesus 2,000 years ago. We only need Jesus, and we have that. And we got that. And that grants us such an amazing thing that people take granted of. You know, when you wake up, this happens to me a lot. Wake up in the morning and you're like, oh, I don't want to pray right now. I'm just going to scroll on my phone. I'll pray later. But for the ability of us to be able to pray and for God to listen to us every single time we pray is such a beautiful and amazing thing. You know, normally we wouldn't be able to do that unless we were a prophet or someone very close to God. But anyone can talk to God whenever they want. For the ability to pray is such a beautiful thing that we should have more gratitude and more gratefulness for, because we don't deserve that. We don't deserve to be able to have a relationship and talking to God every single day. You won't find that in other religions. Other religions, you have to go and get holy, get made holy by all these things, and you have to be the certain person to go and talk to this God. Not Jesus Christ. Because he loves us, and he loves us so much that he wants to talk to us and love us and experience us every single day. And that's what he was born for 2025 years ago today. Maybe he was born actually on this day, but whatever. You know what I mean? The ability that Jesus gives us is so much greater than our understanding. And we need to be more grateful for what he's done for us, because we don't deserve any of it. We don't deserve to be able to talk to God every day, but he granted us that. He granted us that wish. And so cherish that and love that. Love what he gave to us. Love what he gave to us, and hold that in your heart and tell God and bring God into every situation, because you can. Because you can bring God into every situation and everywhere in life. You couldn't do that over 2,000 years ago. You couldn't do that before Jesus came. You couldn't have God as close as we can today as they could back then. You can't have Jesus as close as he is to us now over 2,000 years ago. They didn't have that, but he loves us so much, and he knows us so much better than we do, that he knew we needed that. He knew we needed that. Okay, if you're feeling sad or depressed or lonely, and you feel like there's no one there for you, and you feel like there's no one to talk to, I know it might not seem like he's going to respond to you, but he is there. He is there, and he hears you. and he's going to speak to you, maybe not audibly, but he's going to speak to you and show you signs, and he's going to give to you what you ask. It's just not going to seem soon. You're going to ask for things, and you're going to think that the Bible is a lie and what he says is a lie, and he's not a promise keeper because he didn't answer your prayers in a week. It might take years for him to answer your prayers, but they're going to get answered because he's a promise keeper, and Jesus came down for us to grant us that access and that ability because of his love for us. I mean, dude, just literally, like, look where I am right now. Look at what I have behind me. I mean, this is just so beautiful. It's just so beautiful that God gave all of this. You know, this is the first year around Christmas where I've been a really true Christian. And just to look around at the world, especially during Christmas time, and be like, God gives us all of this. He is the creator. He owns all of this. He created the mountains, which are so much bigger than me. Yet he still wants to have a deep and loving relationship with me. I mean, how special is that? That I want to use that for granted and take that for granted? No way. No way would I take that for granted and say, I don't want a relationship with a loving God who created this world. And I understand sometimes it's hard to understand that. I understand that it's hard to understand that who he is and that Jesus resurrected. Because I mean, yeah, of course it doesn't make sense. But should everything make sense to a God who is who he is? If he's the God who he says he is, I don't think everything should make sense to us. And that's where repentance and metanoia comes into play, where you have to go above your thoughts. Okay? Who are me, my thoughts, judging creator? Judging the creator of the universe, who am I to use my own thoughts to judge the creator? I can't do that. I can't use my thoughts and my own understanding, because in my thoughts and my own understanding, I want to be my own God. But being a Christian is realizing that I suck most of the time, and I have to bow down to the God who is God and who is greater than me and who performed all the miracles, and that I'm not worthy of anything, and my flesh is corrupt and terrible. But it's because of the love of him and the pureness and holiness of him that has made me holy. And so Jesus Christ came down to save each and every single one of us. You, on the back of the screen, he was looking at you. You who are watching this through the screen, he was looking at you, and he remembered you. And he had you replaying in his mind every single second he was dying on that cross. Every single second he was dying on that cross, he thought of you. And he loves us so much that he wants the best for us and wants to give us everything possible. And there's so much more that we need to love and take in for granted and have more gratitude for. We need to have so much more gratitude for the gift that he has given us. And just look around, and it's everywhere. It's everywhere in this world. He is everywhere. His spirit is everywhere. Look around and experience it and love it. And love him for who he is. But Jesus Christ came down to save the dead, to save the sinners. Okay? He didn't come down to prove to anyone that he can do these wonderful things, to prove to anyone that he's God, that he's this perfect person. He proved to us that he is love for us that doesn't make sense, and that he is forgiveness for us that doesn't make sense. And we killed him. We killed the most perfect man to ever live on this world, to walk this world. We killed him. So deliver yourself from people pleasing. Because if you think that you're going to please everyone in the world, and you're not Jesus Christ and you're not God, then yeah, I don't think it's going to work out for you if the most perfect and most holy person of being of flesh to walk this earth was being killed. So live for God, and Merry Christmas, and have a blessed day.